Fellow Delta pilots, my name is Tim Kaplinger, the founder and interim president of the Delta Pilots Association. I want to thank you for taking a few moments of your valuable time to listen to what I have to say. This is our moment. For 5 years, since 2010, we have worked together to improve our representation and replace the broken structure that has cost us so dearly. As a former ALPA volunteer myself on the Northwest Negotiating Committee, I have studied ALPA from all angles, and I have found it to be lacking. In May of 2010, I asked my spouse, Nicole, and my 3 children, Josh, John, and Lauren, if they would allow me to pursue the difficult task of creating an independent union. Without hesitation, my family gave me their blessing and full support. Now, 5 years later, my children have all graduated from high school and moved on to college education. I cannot regain the lost family time during those precious teenage years, but they know that their fathers stood up for what is right at any cost, and that is a legacy I will be proud to leave with them. This is our moment. Once again, ALPA has chosen to disregard the will of the line pilot and pursue an agenda that even I cannot understand. Why? We are all wondering why. Why would ALPA rush to bring a contract that violates the will of the line pilot? What could possibly be the motivation for such behavior? I believe it might have a lot to do with money. It could be Delta's urgency to get a deal before more record profits are announced, and our expectations also go up. I suspect it may also have something to do with ALPA finances. ALPA took $52 million in dues from us last year and then spent an amazing $68 million, more than half of its $133 million in total income, on lawsuits, 34 law firms, and 70 in-house attorneys and legal staff. The War Chest, or the Major Contingency Fund, has been severely underfunded for nearly 10 years now. The entire Delta pilot payroll, including all pay and benefits, is about $3 billion per year, or $250 million per month. The Major Contingency Fund has less than $45 million in it. ALPA cannot support a Delta pilot strike for even 1 week, let alone 30 days. Conversely, if we sign an early deal, ALPA immediately gets an 8% increase in dues from us, something they desperately need. With ALPA taking dues from our profit sharing, this 8% increase will bring Delta pilot dues up to almost $60 million, nearly half of ALPA's total income. Is this the reason ALPA is so eager to disregard its members? Who knows? We are now faced, once again, with a contract decision that will set the course for the remainder of our careers and even the airline industry itself. DPA has done its part to provide you with open surveys and published results. We have supported a petition for contract restoration, and we have unified the Delta Pilot Group around attainable goals you have set. It is up to you to decide if this contract meets those goals. Many pilots are considering the recall of the chairman, ALPA reps, and committees responsible for this contract. While it is most certainly warranted, it will do little to fix the larger problem. New ALPA leadership will be placed into the same broken system, rife with secrecy, conflicts of interest, top-down policies, excessive waste, and lavish lifestyles. National leadership will still have ALPA pensions, lifetime medical, and up to 7-figure compensation. Eventually, all the new ALPA leadership will be drawn into the system, and the cycle of abuse will begin again. This is our moment. DPA stands ready to provide you with representation that you control at a much lower cost. We offer you a transparent and accountable organization at a 1% dues rate. Our Constitution has been custom built for the Delta Pilot Group to protect us against the problems inherent with ALPA. It is unique in the industry. It has features like seniority block representation, where you get 2 reps from your seniority and everyone has an equal say at the table. Our Constitution provides voting for all positions from president to reps. you will choose. If you are not satisfied with a particular official, our innovative open recall system will allow you to remove a rogue leader at the click of a mouse button. Other protections include a requirement for all DPA leaders and volunteers to fly a half-line minimum every month to keep them in touch with the line pilot and our working conditions. We have a 5-year non-compete clause to prohibit going to management after being a DPA leader. Dues on profit sharing is prohibited. You will have full access to DPA finances online. The list just goes on. This is our moment. The process of replacing Alpha with an organization that you control is fairly simple. We first need 6,500 Delta pilots to sign a DPA authorization card. We will take these cards to the National Mediation Board and file a dispute over representation. The NMB will solve that dispute by conducting a vote. Once the NMB declares a dispute, Delta must grant us equal access to the pilot group. Then, and only then, we will be able to speak to you directly in the lounges and use mailboxes and V-files to distribute information. The DPA card is not a vote for DPA, it's just a means to create a vote. You will still get to choose who represents you. For the first time for any Delta pilot on the property, you will get to vote for your representation. What a great opportunity. Assuming that DPA wins the vote, we will pick up the contract exactly where Alpha left it. Before we begin negotiating, we will need to have our first election. It is our goal to begin the election process within 30 days of winning the NMB vote. I will not be running for DPA president. I have given all I can for 5 years straight. Someone more qualified than I will be asking for your vote. Until that election, I commit to seeing us through the process with your help. How can you help? We need cards and volunteers. You should be able to walk into any room on any given day and say, I have blank DPA authorization cards with me, who needs one? Collect them and mail them in immediately. If you send in 25 cards, I will send you one of our new DPA hats. We also need to fill the Go team with new volunteers and leaders. See the DPA website under the Go Team tab and register. We're going to need lots of manpower going forward. Fellow Delta pilots, now is our time. We must move quickly as a team. Our objective of better representation is now in sight. Won't you stand with me at this great moment? Thank you.